Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. It's time to welcome in our special guest this week. He is a jockey's agent, none other than John "Kid" Breeden. And before we get to your job, I want to talk about your nickname. You got a cool nickname, the Kid. Tell us how you got the nickname Kid Breeden.
Okay, well, when I was a kid, I lived in Charlestown, West Virginia. That's where I grew up, and I used to ride my bike to the 4.5 shoot at Charlestown, and all the jockeys started saying, "Look at the kid, he's here again, he's here again." So then when I was like 15, I started going into the racetrack, and that's how I got my name. Everybody, all the jocks in the jocks room would call me Kid. There's the Kid, and it just stuck with me, to be honest with you. So that's where it came from. It originated in Charlestown probably back in like 85, 84.
Well, I don't have a cool nickname like that, so let's get into your job. There's a lot of jobs around the racetrack. How did you end up as a jockey's agent?
Well, I started at a racetrack like most people, walking hots, became a groom, became a foreman with Jeff Runco at Charlestown. The money really started going downhill. I had to make a decision. I was going to college. Decided to come to Delaware. Got a job with Tim Ritchie.
That's the story I've written this week for the website, letsgoracingparks.com. Kid and I talked about that a lot yesterday. You've had some great riders through the years, and one of the things you told me was you've been able to keep a long relationship with riders, which isn't easy in this business because people in your spot get fired a lot.
You get fired a lot. It's a very difficult position to be in, to keep everybody happy. Usually you got to keep your jock happy, you got to keep the trainers happy, and you know, home life happy as well. So it's difficult juggling all those, but I found a common goal to do it. Communication is a big thing with me, and I think if you communicate well and early as an agent, that you'll get a little bit more respect from the trainers and the owners that way.
Now, everybody here at Parks knows you have Josh Navarro now. Tell us a little bit about Josh.
Josh, good young rider, up and coming, was here a couple years ago, doing really well. I think he was second in the standings, maybe even leading rider. Great kid, hard worker, I think he's a great up and coming rider, to be honest.
And of all your riders, the most famous obviously is Jeremy Rose. You had Jeremy through his Eclipse Award season as an apprentice, then you had him in 04, 05 in the Fleet Alex days. We were all there, Bruce and I were hanging with you.
Yeah.
Took some memories of that, and specifically the end of it with the Preakness and the Belmont Stakes.
Just an unbelievable ride from the beginning. I think a lot of apprentice riders and their family members don't look at how to start being a jockey, and I think that we took a 2-year program with Jeremy. We knew when he was going to start. Actually, it was a freak thing. Mike Pindell broke his foot on Cat Be Nimble in a stake race for Tim Ritchie. Tim Ritchie goes, "Yo, you got to call Jeremy, get him up here." First day he rode, he won 3 races at Laurel. Should have won 4. Mark Johnson tried to put him over the rail, So the ball got rolling there. We had a phenomenal year. I'm not really sure the numbers, probably like 350 wins, 325 within a year. Won the Eclipse Award. Just kind of snowballed the day after he lost the bug, which was the day that we actually left to go to the Eclipse Awards down in Miami. He won 3 races and a stake race, so I mean, that's always nice, when you lose the bug, first day as a journeyman, you win 4 races. So it snowballed, went and got the Eclipse, got lucky. Tim Ritchie had this great horse, a Fleet Alex, and the guys, the Philadelphia guys kept us on him, and Jeremy did a great job with him, I thought, and it was an unbelievable ride, get goosebumps talking about it.
And
it was very special.
His last race was the Belmont Stakes, and we got another one coming up Saturday. Go back to 13 years ago and then tell us what you think for today.
Well, 13 years ago, I never was so confident about a $1 million race. I don't think I'll ever be as confident ever in my lifetime about a $1 million race. I stood inside the tent, watched the race by myself, and there was never a shadow of a doubt, watching the horse train up to the race. Tim did a phenomenal job with the horse, the exercise riders, the grooms. It was just a great race, confidence, and it was unfortunate that he had to retire because I think he would have won the Breeders' Cup. But this week, Belmont, I think Justify has a very good shot to win it. He's going to have to battle all the demons. Everybody's coming for him, but I think that the foot is in better shape. From what I've been told, and I expect big things this weekend. He's the horse.
Well, Kid, thanks for sharing your story with us. It's and continued great work. One of the best in the business at what he does, and these jockeys don't get to the winner's circle by accident, and a lot of it happens through the agent. The agent here is Kid Breeden. Kid, thanks for sharing your story with us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.